Okay, disappointing start, obviously. Didn't start fast enough on offense with 3 straight 3-and-outs. Lost the turnover battle, essentially 3-0. 1 on offense, 1 on special teams, and 1 on a turnover and downs, and then didn't get any away off of them, and missed a lot of tackles today. Led to 170 yards rushing. So no recipe in that style of game to be able to win. It's very clear. You lose a turnover battle like that week 1, that's going to point you to a loss. So we got to be accountable for that and make those corrections and get ourselves to get ready on the road next week.
What was it about the offense early where you guys just couldn't get through?
Just didn't get a great rhythm. You know, just I can't put my finger on exactly what that was. Felt like we had a good plan. Guys knew what to do, and just those first really 6 normal down plays weren't good enough.
Like the decision at the end, it was 4th and 5 or 4th and 4. Any hesitation or thought?
Just trust our defense. Yeah, trust our defense. We had 3 timeouts, 2-minute warning. You know, our defense really played well. I mean, it was 16 points. I say that in context. In terms of points given up, we fumbled a punt, gave them 3 points, and really gave momentum shift when we fumbled going into score, and they turned around and turned that into 7 points. So 10 points off of turnovers, and you know, that's going to be a tough way to win.
Did they take away the downfield passing game for you guys, or were you just not taking advantage of it?
It's difficult. You know, it's obviously in the first half there, we felt like got in a rhythm after those first 3 drives. You know, we were able to move the ball down the field. We fumbled, moved the ball field to start the quarter, missed a 4th and 2, and then went down there and scored a touchdown, kicked a field goal. So we felt like we were comfortable in getting in rhythm there after those first 3 drives.
Especially frustrating that you guys made several changes this year in your preseason with joint practices, and Burrow was healthy to not be able to get off to a fast start offensively.
That's just frustrating that we didn't play well enough to win. That's the biggest frustration, is looking at the turnover battle and looking at the missed tackles. It is as simple as that. You know, there's execution in a lot of areas that was certainly good enough for us to win. But when they get 2 extra possessions and they rush for 170 yards, it's going to be tough.
You often mention when the team gets their 2 turnovers, like the Patriots got turnovers today, then they capitalize on it with long drives like they did in the first half. How much did that kind of take momentum away from you?
Yeah, it's a momentum killer. You know, when the offense doesn't put the ball in the end zone and they turn around and have the ball, that's a gut punch to the team. And our defense has risen up in that situation a million times and got to stop and stop the bleeding. And today, unfortunately, it didn't go that way. Still have a ton of confidence in this team. I mean, again, it's clear as day why we lost. So it's not that we don't have the talent. It's not none of that stuff. We got to win the turnover battle, and we got to clean up in those some other areas.
At what point did you know Jamar was going to play?
I mean, I can't really answer that.
Was he limited at all because of the illness?
He played a lot. He played a lot. I mean, we managed. We took him out on some stuff just because the expectation of not practicing. So there were some things we took him out on. But as the game went, he felt like he wanted to keep going, so we just kept putting him in there.
Did Jamar's missed time impact any of the scheme preparation for today?
I know you guys took a few downfield shots, but were they doing anything to try to take away the downfield?
I mean, sometimes you're calling downfield shots and you're taking huge completions underneath. And so, again, we had some good catch and run opportunities that got us first downs. And the beauty of it is we're not going to force throws down the field just to say we threw the ball down the field. We're never going to do that.
Zac, you've been in this spot before. What do you say to the team with obviously a very big game coming?
What I just told you all, turnover battle and tackling.
What did you feel like was the biggest difference from an offensive line protection standpoint from the first half? It looked like they were getting to Burrow pretty quickly. To the second half,
I think, you know, I think we give up 2 sacks in the first half. Is that accurate? One of them, there's just some miscommunication on the route concept, and so it pulled the ball down, and then that's where the protection folded up. So I thought they held up and gave Joe time.
Did you feel the team was flat to start the game?
No, I thought the energy from the crowd was tremendous. That's what's, you know, it's obviously disappointing internally that we lost. Disappointing because we had a great turnout, you know, and a lot of commitment there from the fans, and so that certainly gives us a boost. And I mean, we felt like we were going to win the entirety of the game. Didn't care what the score was. Felt like we were going to come back and win. And unfortunately, you know, went 3 and out on our final possession and missed some tackles there on the final drive that allowed them to ice the game.
Is there anything this team could have done different?
We just got to win. I just said the 2 things. We got to tackle better, and we got to win the turnover.
I mean, in preparation leading up to this game, though, because there was so much focus on starting faster and not having those mistakes.
Yeah, you know, the good thing is, I mean, we got 16 games left to play, and so, you know, starting 0-1 certainly is not a hole we wanted to be in, but I feel good about how this team will regroup.
It looked like on the Patriots' final offensive possession that especially trying to punch the ball out. Is that the approach you want your defense having?
Yeah, you certainly want to get the ball out, but we missed tackles that weren't punching the ball out.
How many weeks do you anticipate T. Higgins being out for?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll just take it week to week right now.
Is that kind of the impression that Burrow was okay with his wrist all day, not limited at all?
Yeah, I didn't notice any issues there. Okay, thank you.
Dave Lapham here, and every day I am grateful for my experience to have played professional football. As a player, I realize self-motivation, leadership, and appreciating your teammates are key. At First Star Logistics, you can use those same attributes to create the life you want for you and your family. Build your future by working hard like I did. You'll see results both on and off the field. Call First Star Logistics today and be part of our winning team.
Opportunity knocking.